Hello, thanks for joining us. My name is Peter Rodenberg. I am the Assistant Director in the International Office here at Kutztown University. When you're talking international admissions at Kutztown University, you're talking to me. In order to be accepted to Kutztown University, you'll need to submit a number of things. First of which would be an application. So you need to go online, go to our International First Year Student application, and select that, fill out all the questions, submit the app. Okay. Second thing would be pay the application fee, which is $35. The third thing would then be to submit the supporting documents. There are the two most important ones. First is your high school transcripts. So I need to see all of your high school transcripts. If you go, some countries in the world have standardized tests, such as in West Africa, they use the WIAC score. So something like that, I would need to see those scores. Whatever you have in high school, I need to see that. The second thing would be proof of English proficiency. There are a number of ways to show proof of English proficiency. There are a number of examinations, and in some cases, your high school transcript can show proof of English proficiency. That's on a case-by-case basis, again, depending on the curriculum of your high school. Actually, Kutztown University is SAT optional. You do not need to submit it to be accepted. However, a high SAT score combined with high school GPA can get you an honors merit scholarship, which is more than the traditional highest level merit scholarship we offer. SAT scores can also show proof of English proficiency. So if you're going to take the SAT already, you don't need to take an additional English proficiency exam. There's no reason to take an SAT and an IELTS. Your SAT is enough. It can show English proficiency. Good question. So at an undergraduate level, the minimum GPA is a 2.40. Now for some of the biology health fields, you need to have a 3.0. At the graduate level, it comes down to a department by department basis, but it's pretty safe to say a 3.0 minimum GPA to get into the graduate level. Okay, so there's a number of English proficiency tests that we can accept. I think the most common would be IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, SAT. Those are probably the four biggest, most common. I think that Duolingo seems to be more and more popular, probably because the speed of it and the ease and the price. I like it because I get it really fast. It comes back to me, and that way I can move on with my applications. Every score has it, or every proficiency test has its own score. I'm not going to go into that, but we can talk about that when you email me later. I'm going to say no. Every student, regardless of where they're from in the world or whatever, they all have to show proof of English proficiency in some way. That can come through an English proficiency exam, like an IELTS, a TOEFL, or a Duolingo, or it can come through your curriculum. And that's on a case-by-case. The curriculum is on a case-by-case basis. There are all sorts of curriculums around the world, and yeah, there's more information on our website on which ones we can accept, but the fastest way to figure that out too is just shoot me a message, and I can always let you know. No. Kutztown University does not offer conditional acceptance. Yeah, so we don't have a traditional ESL or ELI program here at Kutztown, but we do have three kind of partner organizations that we direct students to if they do need a boost in that English proficiency. And there's three different ones. Again, you can reach out to me and we can talk about those further. There is one online option. Some of these options can be online as well as an in-person semester or 2-semester course at a local community college that we work very closely with here in Eastern Pennsylvania. The online application portal is just your portal for you to do a number of things. One would be to upload the documents you need, both for academic acceptance as well as the immigration process. So it's a quick way for you to just upload stuff automatically, like from your house. In addition, we will send you things through the portal, such as requests for documentation or information. Once you're accepted, your scholarship and your acceptance letters will be available on the portal. Again, then your I-20 will go there, all of the sorts of things. So it's kind of like your portal is like your one-stop shop for the university process in the beginning. Once you're here, you probably will never see your portal again. But in the beginning, it's quite important. So I recommend that you check in often and communicate through there. We need your transcripts translated. I cannot read most languages, so they'll need to be translated English so that we can review them. If you are a transfer student and you are transferring from a university outside of the United States, you will need to submit a transcript evaluation through a NACE's sponsored evaluation company, such as WES, W-E-S, or Spantran. Those are two of the real big ones. Spantran, I believe, has changed their name now to The Evaluation Company. But those are two of the biggest ones that I see, most common that I see every day. If you're a graduate student, an international graduate student, and you attended university outside of the United States, you will need to submit a transcript evaluation from one of those NACE-sponsored companies. The deadline for fall is July 1st. The deadline for spring is November 1st, and that's at the undergraduate level. At the graduate level, the deadline is June 1st for the fall, and I believe October 1st for the spring. Yeah, good question. That's the name of the game, right? Is getting that I-20, getting your visa appointment, getting the visa, and then coming here to Kutztown. So after you've been academically accepted, then we'll move on to the immigration process, okay? I'll need a few things there. I'm gonna need a copy of the bio page in your passport. I will need a $300 admissions deposit, which shows your commitment to the university. I'll need a bank statement. The bank statement will need to show enough funds for 1 year's total cost of attendance after scholarship. In addition, we have something called a sponsor verification form. So if say your parents or your uncle or your family friend or a business or anyone else other than you who is providing that bank statement, okay, we need a form that connects the bank statement to that person to you. And we will supply you with that form. So again, passport, bank statement, deposit, sponsor verification form, and we also have a source of funds form, which all of this stuff is, guess where? In your admissions portal. So you can jump on there or you can reach out to me and we'll make sure you have those things. Once I have all of that stuff and I double check everything, I can then go into the government website and create your I-20 and send that to you via email. Yeah, so primarily for international students at the undergraduate level, we have two types of scholarships. First is the merit scholarship. This will come out when I review your high school transcript. The American GPA that I find, that's going to determine how much merit scholarship money we can give you every year. The second one would be a needs-based scholarship. We call this the International Tuition Waiver, and that is that's a needs-based. So you'll need to supply some documentation like bank statements, answer a few questions. You have to apply for that one. The merit scholarship is automatic. When I review to see your GPA, that's going to automatically determine how much you make in merit scholarship. Now, those are the only scholarship opportunities we have at the undergraduate level for international students. Graduate students, we do not have scholarships. We have grad assistantships. And in a grad assistantship, you'll have to work 20 hours on the campus, but the university will cover your tuition up to 9 credits a semester, and you would also get a stipend. You would receive a monthly stipend from the university. So it's better than a scholarship. Average cost, the I-20 cost, I like to keep it at the I-20 cost because that's higher than what you're actually going to pay, but it is what I have to show the US government in order to create your I-20 document. So at the undergraduate level, the I-20 cost is $30,857 as of today. And at the graduate level, it would be $30,982. That's before the scholarships, remember. So I will take that scholarship and subtract it from that amount, and whatever that amount is, that's how much I need to see on a bank statement. Yeah, great question. We want you to contact us. Please contact us. We are your source of truth. The best way to get in touch with us would be via email. I would say email us at international@kutztown.edu. That's KUTZTOWN.edu. That way, if I'm not there, my team will be there and somebody can see your email. We can also respond to you and put all of the links and the information that you need, whatever it is that you may need, whatever questions you may have. So if you've got a scholarship question, boom, we can link you to the scholarship page. If you need to talk to someone in the business department, bam, we can slap the business department page on there for you. You can reach out to them. Email is probably the best way to do it. Yeah, so I pride myself on this. I'm pretty fast. If you apply, I can usually get to you within a week. It all depends on what time of year it is, how busy I am, and if I'm traveling. If I'm out another country recruiting for a couple weeks, it might take a little more time. But I would say 1 to 2 weeks, and you'll have an admissions decision. No, I believe international students can take any program at the undergraduate level. However, there are only 13 programs available at the graduate level. So we have a program finder on our website, and you can select the parameters. So you can put graduate courses, applicable only to international students, and apply that, and then boom, it'll show you all the programs at the graduate level that will take international students. And if you have any other questions, you can always just reach out to me and I can help you with that. Yeah, good question. Yes, international students can apply as a transfer student. We get that all the time, actually. So if they went to university inside the United States, obviously it's much easier to transfer. They would just send us their transcripts, and if they're accepted, then their current university would transfer their CVIS record to us, and we will help facilitate all of that. If you are an international student going to university outside of the United States, we will need a transcript evaluation. That transcript evaluation can come through a company like Spantran or WES, any NACE-sponsored organization. That will all go through our transfer admissions team, and they will determine what credits come over and all that. So hey, thanks for listening to me and asking the questions and all that. I appreciate it. We really pride ourselves here on getting you individual attention quickly. So I really, and I can't say that about a lot of other schools. So when you apply to our school, you're going to be working with me, and you're going to be hearing from me, maybe an annoying amount of time. I apologize for that, but my goal and my job is to get you accepted and your immigration documents as quickly as possible so that you can start making the decisions that you need to make in order to start this journey, right? Because this is a kind of a long journey that you're about to embark on. Please know that you're not doing it alone. For better or worse, you're going to be doing it with me and my team. and we're excited to have you. So don't be a stranger. Please reach out to us, ask your questions, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.